So I've been looking into paint for the floor pan. Now this one is actually some Por15, which is a product I've used in the past, and I've got to say I've got a bit left. I've done this, which is part for a trailer. I don't know if you can see on the surface, tiny little sparkles. Now it's quite a rough surface anyway, it's quite gnarly, but there's tiny little what looks like sparkles almost in the camera. Well, they're not sparkles, they're air bubbles, or gas bubbles. So the problem I've personally had with this product, I don't know if it's because I'm using it wrong, but it's done it a few times, is when it's drying or flashing off, the gas that comes out the product causes tiny little air bubbles, and as a result of that, I don't know if that's a sealed surface or not. And for the floor pan I'm doing, I really don't want it to be porous and have access to the elements. I suspect a second coat might cure it, but I say I don't want to take the risk. I mean, Por15's I think quite a good product as a one pack product. It goes on really, it paints on absolutely beautifully. It really does go on easily, and it covers a long way as well. But looking online, people are saying that unless your metal's really well prepped, you can have trouble with it flaking off, and it's a little bit inflexible apparently, so it can crack if you stand on panels and stuff like floor pans and stuff. So the products I've decided to go for is the Epoxy Mastic 121. Now it's a 2-pack product again, so it's a 2-pack paint. You just mix the two 50-50, and it also comes with thinners. Now it's quite a big investment, so this little bundle of 3 came to 75 quid for 2 litres and the thinner. This is a fair chunk of cash. I got mine off eBay. Strangely, I found it cheaper to buy on eBay than on their own Rust.co.uk website. And also you get the bonus of easy payment through PayPal and PayPal protection and stuff. So I went the eBay route, and I'll link below in the description to the product if it's still online by the time this video goes live. Now, I've used this one again in the past. I've got to be honest, I wasn't massively impressed by it. I did my roll cage in this, and the finish it gave me was not a nice glossy black like this, basically. Let's put it that way. It was a lot duller finish. It wasn't as it wasn't as black and dark and nice, and I possibly used it a little bit too thick. So I got quite heavy brush lines on my roll cage. So not overly fussed, not a show car. But so I went with it. So this time around I'm going to thin it down more. I think you go up to 20%, but I'll have to double check on that. And hopefully it'll flow nicer and I'll have less brush lines, because I do intend on brushing it rather than spraying it. I believe you can spray it if you have a 1.8 or bigger nozzle, but I've not got that, so I'm not even going to try it. There are some other products you can try. I mean, one's called Jotun or Jotun. I think it's classed as like a primer for boats and stuff. That is listed as a primer though, rather than this, which is a paint. So this primes and paints in one go. So that's a good advantage to using this one. But if you are planning to use a wrap to paint a textured finish or coloured textured finish, the Jotun might be a cheaper, and I'm not saying it's the same product or as good a product. I don't really know because I've not used it, but it does seem to have a relatively good reputation.